The stage is set for a weekend of legal wrangling for Novak Djokovic. The tennis star is fighting to stay in Australia on a tight timeline ahead of the kickoff to the Australian Open Monday. The unvaccinated athlete is facing deportation again after the Australian government revoked his visa for a second time. On Friday, local time, the country's immigration minister used his personal power to cancel Djokovic's visa on health and good order grounds, saying it was in the public interest to do so. The move coming just days after a judge reinstated Djokovic's visa, which had been yanked when the number one ranked player entered Australia. Border officials had rejected the medical exemption Djokovic sought based on his COVID infection last month. The 34-year-old spent 4 nights in an immigration detention hotel before a judge overturned that decision and ordered his release. With Djokovic's visa now pulled again, Australia's Prime Minister, who's preparing to seek re-election, said in a statement, Australians have made many sacrifices during this pandemic, and they rightly expect the result of these sacrifices to be protected.
My feeling is that I would encourage people to get vaccinated. But yeah, I do feel like people should be able to make their own decision. But then, yeah, in a country like Australia, you need to be vaccinated to come in, need to be vaccinated to compete here.
Reaction from competitors, including a Greek opponent accusing Djokovic of playing by his own rules. Djokovic's lawyers say they will appeal, calling the immigration minister's decision patently irrational. Now, proceedings could decide the tennis star's fate by Sunday in federal court. As for the Australian public,
to see him come on without being vaccinated and being allowed to work, kick in the face for all us workers and stuff.
The man just wants to play tennis. He already had COVID, so it's fine.
It's a really difficult time, and I feel like the government should be putting their money and time and effort elsewhere. And I think it was 100% the right idea for them to cancel his visa.
The stakes are sky high for Djokovic. If he is allowed to stay and if he goes on to win the Australian Open, that would make him the most successful male tennis player of all time, with 21 Grand Slam titles. But on the other side, if he is deported, he won't be able to compete, and he could be banned from Australia for 3 years. Melissa Duggan, City News.